Well students, our topic of today's discussion is Introduction to Evaluation of Educational Technology. As we all know, in order to understand how educational technology is evaluated, we need to first understand what is the meaning of evaluation, then educational technology and educational technology evaluation. When you talk about evaluation, it is a critical assessment of the appraisal of the value or worth of an individual, process, activity, etc., so as to give us results which tell us about the value or worth of that commodity. Coming to educational technology, it is the study and ethical practice of facilitating learning and improving performance by creating and managing appropriate technological processes and resources. And when you talk about educational technology evaluation, it is a kind of evaluation which is used in the educational technology, which considers both merits as well as demerits of the learning material that is being used. It considers many things such as whether it is attractive, whether it is user friendly, is it relevant, is there a component of novelty in it, etc. Now, when we talk about educational technology, first we must understand that there is a classification of educational technology. One is material technology, another one is non-material technology. When you talk about material technology, it could be again of two types. One is low tech, in which we can include chart, posters, etc., and high tech. High tech, as you all know, the today's technology that we are using, for example, MOOCs, websites, portals, etc., they will come under high tech. And when you talk about non-material technology, this will include the theories, laws, principles, methods, etc. Now, we will talk about the various steps that are being followed to evaluate the educational technology. In this, we will talk about four steps that we will follow. First one is goal setting, then selection of criteria, data collection and analysis, and scoring for each goal. Okay. Goal setting, what we are going to do is, you know, we have two types of goals. It could be immediate or it could be outcome. Okay. So, we have to see to that what is the goal of the educational technology that we are going to evaluate. And the second thing is selection of criteria. What criteria are we selecting? For example, are we talking about the size, the relevance of the course, the economy, durability, user friendliness, etc. Okay. Then data collection and analysis. The data will be collected and it would be analyzed by using different statistical methods. Okay. And then scoring of each goal. You need to see how each objective is being met. Okay. Now, how do we apply these ET tools and how do we evaluate it? Okay. So, when you talk about ET tools, there are a number of ET tools that are being used. The most common ones could be question bank, computer based testing, online examination, massive online open courses, that is MOOCs, flipped classrooms, blogs, websites, portals, etc., okay, that we use in teaching and learning, and now mobile apps are also coming up. If you think, okay, what is the question bank? Okay. A question bank, as you know, it is a collection of different questions that are there, and the questions could be in the form of objective or subjective ones, and this collection of courses, that is a question bank, it is helpful in creating any quizzes and all. Whenever you want, you just have a repository of different questions. Okay. The criteria that we use to assess these questions. Okay. The criteria that we use is, the first thing that you should remember is, does the question specify what is expected in the answer, and second thing is the extent to which the student or the respondent already has an accurate tailor-made answer for the question, that we have to consider. Then, is the question framed in such a way that the student can accurately recall the requested information? We have to ask all these questions to ourselves, okay, when we evaluate a question bank. Will the student feel motivated to answer these questions? Is the respondent's understanding of the response categories likely to be influenced by more than words? For example, matching questions. I will give you an example. When we have matching questions A and B, okay. So, what happens if you have 4, what happens in this case is you have response to a stimulus, okay. If you have 4 stimulus and 4 response, then if I know 3 answers, 4th I can just very easily whichever is left I can just combine, okay. So, that means what we should do is to avoid all this kind of malpractices, we can have 5 stimulus, like we can have 4 stimulus and 5 responses, then there is no there won't be such kind of situation where the student can just guessing, guessing, we can avoid guessing. Then is the respondents, are they able to check whether the test is being conducted in more than one mode? We have to see that can this test be conducted online or paper or pen mode, that we have to see, okay. Coming to CBTs, computer based tests, as we all know these days they are becoming very common. All the tests that we appear for the competitive examinations, they have become CBT, because we know our population is increasing, and due to cater to the needs of this population and to see to the changing paradigm, we have CBTs, which is computer based, and it is being organized. It is very much recent, and for this we have 6 aspects for evaluating CBTs, okay. First thing is functionality. Functionality, as you all know, functionality means how functional is it, okay. When somebody is using it, is it functional, because sometimes it does not work also, because many times I have an experience, okay. So, then second thing is usability, how useful is it, okay. Is it better than the chalk and talk that we had? Then reliability, is the test reliable? Reliability of a test means if you again and again if you try to administer the paper, it should give you the same scores. Then efficiency, how efficient is it? Portability, is it portable? Can it be used from this place to another place? Can it be applied at different places? Maintainability, is it possible to maintain it? Then coming to MOOCs. What are MOOCs? MOOCs, all of you all know, are massive online open courses, and in which there is no age limit, nothing, and the courses, they are open to everyone, anybody can attend, and there is no fees also. Only if you want a certificate, then they might ask you for some fees, otherwise they are, as the name goes, massive online open courses, they are open to everyone and anybody can attend and get the certificate. What are the ways by which MOOCs can be evaluated? And one more thing we must remember, MOOCs are upcoming, there are not set criteria, but still some criteria have been developed. First thing that you should consider is, has the installation goal of offering MOOC achieved? Okay. Then whether the MOOC satisfies the properties of a successful network, that we have to see. Is do we have all proper networks, otherwise you cannot attend MOOC. The semantic condition of MOOC, which consists of 4 parts: autonomy, diversity, openness and interactivity. That we have to see whether it is interactive, it is diverse, okay, openness, everything is to be checked. Then did the MOOC produce some new insights or recognize some new phenomenon in this area of study? That is also to be seen. Now coming to flipped classrooms, we know that we want the student to learn more and more, and the time that is given for teaching maybe 90 minutes class or 1 hour, okay, it depends, okay. So we want the student to learn more and more. For learning more, you have to give some practical exposure. For that, that class timing that you get is not sufficient. So in such cases, it's very much practiced in the US and in India also. Some people have tried, I have tried myself. What you can do is, you can just whatever, suppose I have a particular topic to be taught, you can just send the videos to the students beforehand, and they will first know everything, and when you come to the class you can have a very lively discussion. So these are flip cards. Now we do have some evaluation criteria for flip class as well, okay. So flip classrooms, what do we do? first we have to see the access to the technology to the students. Do they have access to the technology? Then the improved attitude of the students towards homework, okay, because what they have to see, the videos they have to see at home and then come to the class. So, you have to see how much attitude has changed. Has the flipped class resulted in providing alternate learning opportunities for the students? Is the flipped class able to fill the gap of the student teacher absenteeism? And is the flipped classroom able to foster sense of responsibility and accountability among the students, leading to independent learning? Now, another way of teaching, you know, these days blogging is very much common, and the teachers, they just write, allow the students to write a blog. Everybody has to write a blog, and the assignments are submitted in the form of blogs. Then there could be, you know, peer learning, each one can read each one's blog, and when the teacher gives the marks, that is also very much transparent, and students can also, there could be peer evaluation, which is really good. There are some of the platforms which offer free blogging, the educational blogs, that is, the examples could be EduBlogs, Blogger and WordPress. These are good examples. Now, the criteria for evaluating a blog. First thing is the title of the blog self-explanatory? Does the title explain what is written inside the blog? Does the blog page depict purpose of the blog? What is the purpose of writing that blog? Does the blog content depict the credentials of the blog creator? Okay, credentials means the blog creator, does the blog creator have that much knowledge to write that blog? Then the authority, whether the other bloggers are treating this blogger as an expert in that topic, that is also very important. Then linkages, okay. Do these blogs link to the blog under evaluation? Okay, this can be found out by conducting a Google search, okay. Then is the blog free from any kind of bias? That also we have to see, okay. This can be identified by seeing the posts. Does the blog contain link to other websites and blogs? Now, readability. Is the blog free from spelling mistakes and grammatical errors, and is it readable? Presence of contradictory information. Is there any contradictory information or not? Okay, there shouldn't be. Then is the information updated? Again, one question comes into your mind when I talk about websites and portals. Okay, you must be wondering that what is the difference between a website and a portal. We will talk about it. First thing is, a website is a collection of web pages, images, videos or other digital assets that are hosted on several web servers, whereas a portal is a kind of personalized location on the World Wide Web. Here what happens, you can if there is a topic of interest, you can bring from different platforms at one place. For example, Agropedia. Now, there are certain differences between websites and portals. Okay. First of all, website is publicly accessible, having its own web address, whereas portal, it is privately accessed, having a web address along with username and password. No registration is required for accession of a website, as we all do. Whenever we want to open, we can just put www so and so, and you can open the website. Suppose you want to open NAM website, www.nam.org.in, whereas in case of portals, you need to register. Suppose I want to access Agropedia, I need to first register myself. Okay. Then content can be seen by anyone in case of website, whereas in case of portal, the content can be seen only by registered members. Okay. And whereas when you talk about website, the content is same for all. Okay. Whereas portal, the content accessible to individual user is different. Then it may be interactive or not interactive, that is website, whereas portals are interactive. They are supposed to be interactive in fact, and websites, they educate the visitors regarding products, process, services, etc. Portal, they educate the visitors regarding information about a particular association, organization, etc. Again, what are the criteria for evaluating websites and portals? Okay. If you talk about websites, websites have certain criteria, and when you talk about portal, the same criteria remains, and you have to add 2 or 3 more. Okay. The first thing is authority, which means the credentials or the URL of the institution, that is that institution authorized to have this website? Okay. Then objectivity, how detailed is the information that is given in the website, how detailed is it, that is objectivity. Then currency means how current is the information. Many times you must have seen some of the websites, some people have already left or retired and their name appears in the website. Okay. Then coverage, the aspects that are covered, and accurate means who wrote the information, how accurate is it. Okay. And content, are they all images or some written information or both. Okay. Then ease in navigation, how easy is it to navigate, okay, in case of website. But when you talk about portals, these criteria will definitely be there. Apart from that, you need to add 2 or 3 more. First is user friendliness, how user friendly is the portal. Second is the security, whether is it secure, proper password maintenance is there. Then search engine optimization, okay, use of search engine, friendly domain names, etc. Well friends, now we know that what we have learned today, first of all you have learned the meaning of educational technology, then what is evaluation, then evaluation of educational technology, okay, and then the various tools of educational technology such as blogs, websites, portals, MOOCs, okay, etc. You have learned how they can be used for teaching learning and what are the various criteria that can be used to evaluate them. Thank you.